Alright, you're here because you want to get the Deceit. This is actually a pretty cool weapon. The interesting thing about this gun is that it doesn't really do crit damage, but it has really high base damage, and when you apply the mod, what happens is these swords are circling you, and if you do a melee attack, you'll send one of the swords out, embed it in a target, and now it will take huge crit damage from the Deceit. So it's really good at like high burst damage in specific damage windows, and that works very well with certain bosses. I've actually seen some pretty cool melts with this gun and some builds around it for bosses with short damage phases, where you can really embed one of these swords and just go ham on the crit damage. Now, getting this gun requires a couple of things to happen. First, you need to be in the Losomn world, where you started at the palace courtyard. So we don't want the Nightweaver as our world boss. What we want is the dual princes, or the usurpers of the throne that killed the one true king, right? Faelin and Faelin. We want them as our world boss in Losomn. So what you're going to have to do is load up the palace courtyard. And these are the murals that we have to complete. So we need 2 masks in order to complete the mural. One of them is in this exact region. You're going to open up your map, go back towards the library, and in this little room past the library, there's going to be a mask glowing red. You can't miss it. It's the only way to progress through this place anyway. So you come up these steps, go through the library, back to the left. This long room in the back will have that first mural piece. Then you're going to make your way to the basement, where there's the Jester. The Jester here is going to give you a quill, a magic quill, to open up the gilded, glowing doors on the walls. After that, you're just going to progress through all the exclamation point doorways until ultimately you end up at this place again. So what's going to happen is you're going to go through the the doorways that are glowing for you with the exclamation point. You'll have to fight a couple of world bosses along the way, and then ultimately you'll end up in the Malefic Palace, which is like the dark world version of this place, where you'll collect the second mural finally. Then once you have both of them, what you need to do is come back here. You don't want to fight the Dark King. What you want to do is load up the Beatific Palace again, the palace courtyard, and complete the mural here, not in the Dark World. And then we're going to go take on the Light King. He's the imposter, right? So we end up here in this gilded, beautiful, ornate place. He's going to come chat with us, and we're going to tell him we're here to kill him, right? And then we're going to take on Faelin. Not Faelin, Faelin. Faelin's in the dark region. We want this guy, the gaudy one. Now, I'm not going to spoil the fight for you, but if you have trouble with this guy, I've got a full guide on Nightmare Mode on how to take this guy down coming out just after I upload this video. That'll be the next one. But once you beat this guy, you're going to get the material that you need to go back and craft the Deceit. So head on back to Ward 13, go talk to Ava, and then you can craft the Deceit, and you'll have it for yourself. It is a really interesting gun. It works with niche builds. Its potential is pretty high, but the investment cost is also a little high. So this is something you're going to want to have in your tool belt, depending on what boss fight you might be at. Hope this was helpful. If it was, leave a like in the video so I know, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.